Hello and welcome to episode 2, numero dos, of the Pied Piper. Today I will be smoking a Peterson pipe. My mum is sitting next to me and she is laughing. That is why this is funny. So, I'm going to pour myself some tea. We are in the Yorkshire, close to the Yorkshire countryside, and so hang on a second while I pour myself tea. Peterson pipe. It is a military bit or mouthpiece, or whatever you call it, and I think you're meant to be able to break these down while it's hot, but I didn't want to bust it up. I'm not sure if, but then I checked, you can break these down while they're hot, and I thought that was a benefit for cleaning, but it gets a pipe cleaner down it just the same, so it's really just so you can put it in your pocket. It comes back to wartime when they were in the trenches and they wanted to break down their pipe and put it in their pocket or something so that the stem wasn't sticking out. And they also do the spigot ones, which is like 2 pieces of metal on either side. And apparently this comes from where they would fix their broken pipes by, I guess, breaking them down while they were hot. It would crack the wood, so they would fix them by putting shells from bullet shells over the and hammering it around or tapping it over to fix their pipes, you see. So I'm going to pour my tea. We have tea with a little biscuit that was placed upside down. What's the deal with that? And tea goes very well with pipe smoking. I got that from, I will remember his name and put it in the comment section, description, put it in the description. He's a very philosophical man. He used to have a big white beard, and he shaved it all off, and Mumsy here doesn't like my beard when I have a big beard, but I'm growing one for winter and for pipe smoking. But I have to say, he looks much better without his beard, I will say. It's true, mother. Alright, so I'm going to put in some, I like white sugar in my tea, actually. Yeah, one little one. And this is just milk over here. Milk. Whoa. Okay. Is there anything you would like to chat about? Or should we get on with talking about pipes? And it was really cold, so I'm wearing so many layers. But it's warmed up a little bit. Mum's shaking her head, but alright. Let's see what I have in the bag. Swan Vesta matches. I have 3 types of tobacco. That is some dried out Peterson University Flake. This is some dried out a little bit Virginia Flake, full Virginia Flake by Samuel Gawith. And this is Samuel Gawith's Squadron Leader, which is what we'll be smoking today. And, just so you believe me, here are the tins. I will take those out in a second. Got 4 tins. Oh, I also have Marlon Flake. Marlon Flake is excellent. That's Rattrays to the old Scottish, the old Scottish blend of Rattray. I hope there's no Scottish people watching. Apologies. I have a lot of stuff going on in here. As this is YouTube, if you're into knives, here's a little EDC. It's just a Spyderco. Nice little knife. Here is a fidget spinner. Mum can play with that while she's sitting patiently. Oh, that's strong, is that? Okay, let's see what else I have. Some pipe cleaners. We'll take one out. And so I think we're good to go. Oh, one last thing. One last thing that I have is the little pipe tool. Here's little Petersons they gave me when I bought a pipe. They just, I bought a pipe and some tobacco. A J. Barber and Sons of Otley. I think he's the great-grandson of the first barber. I'm sure there were barbers before him, but of the J. Barber store. And they do the J. Barber B line, which I'm very fond of my pipe. It was a bargain. Excellent pipe, so nice little pipe tool. All right, let's get started. So, I am liking this little pipe. It's called an Irishmade Army. Irishmade Army. I like the. It's got a nice lightweight, and I just like these bent billiards. They sit nice. They're comfortable. Although maybe they don't look as intellectual as my Canadian that I have. That's the other one, the long one. It's kind of a Canadian, and a good size bowl for me. Now I do hear, you know, I see these very popular, very large pipes like the Ardors, however you pronounce it. Mum's just staring at me like I'm an alien right now. The Ardors, those big hand, what they call them, freehand pipes, or the sitters. And there was one YouTube guy years ago, 6 years ago, I don't know if he's still going, who would hang those giant pipes from his mouth. But I think the benefit is that that the briar wood, being great for pipes, is porous, you see. So what it does is it absorbs the moisture from the burning, right? So if you've got a big thick wood pipe, I think that it's going to smoke cooler longer because it's got more wood to absorb the heat and moisture while you smoke. I think that's the benefit. Maybe if anyone ever watches this channel, Pied Piper on YouTube, you can chime in and answer that question, but I will buy a large pipe at some point. Alright, I'm still breaking it in. I should do like half a bowl or a quarter of a bowl, but let's top it up, because who gives a fuck, right? You only live once, and profanity is good. I think that's the topic of conversation, isn't that right, Mum? Profanity is good, because like I say, it's just words. It's just, if you get offended, it's just words. What does it mean? We're all living and dying on this planet, and if I say the word fuck, asshole, cunt, whatever, it shouldn't really matter very much. You know, it's all in intention. You can be very ruthless with your words and intention. It doesn't have to be because someone gave a word. It's just a sound that we vocalize, some meaning. Sorry, Mother. Respectfully, I apologize for letting the C word slip out. All right. I can always edit the videos. You know, YouTube, they banned the videos if they got profanity.
They really think that there's no mother sitting there, you know that.
They banned it. Oh, we can hear. But they shouldn't ban mine because I've got no advertising on it. Smoking's not suitable for children anyway. Although, remembering what my granddaddy used to say, you're never too young to start smoking, or too old to start a brothel. He was very big in the underground English brothel scene.
Was that your father's father?
If you've lived in Yorkshire and you're a man, and you're in your 60s, or 90s, or hundreds, you probably knew the place very well. It should be an easy and cool light smoke because it's nicely dried out. It's great from the tin, is this stuff actually. It's Samuel Gawith's Squadron Leader. It's I think the most reviewed English blend on tobaccoreviews.com. I bought it before when I used to smoke pipes 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago. But I find it a little boring. I gotta say, it's just a little. It's just a little boring. Maybe it's just you got to enjoy the subtleties of it. It's definitely a good starter tobacco. I don't think you're going to get tongue bite from it, and probably has enough going on. You got the smokiness of the Latakia, and if you're watching a pipe video, you know you've seen this stuff. Sam Gawith makes good tobacco. They're out of Kendal, Cumbria in England. Manufacturers of fine tobacco since 1792. And so that's that. I'll show you. It smells really good, but I like the smell of it. It's smoky like a campfire. I asked my mum what it smelled of, and she said cheese.
Smoked cheese.
Smoked cheese, like a Gouda.
No.
Yeah, how it smells.
It smells better out here than it did.
Smells better outside than it did. I don't know what that means, really. Okay, so see, that's a nice, cool, tasty smoke right now. This pipe's been sitting for 2 days without having anything smoked in it, so it's nicely dried out. So what's the topic of conversation today, Uga?
Obviously pipes and tobacco.
Obviously pipes and tobacco. Okay, so I used to have one of those old boy lighters, but not the original expensive ones. It was, I think, is it Z-Car started making them under license after a while, but it broke after a while. It wasn't very good. Fell to pieces. So right now I'm on matches. I've been eyeing a couple of old $200-300 DuPont pipe lighters on eBay. DuPont or Dunhill? Maybe they were Dunhills. They look the same. Okay, so let's go through my tins. Squadron leader, Samuel Gawith. For Virginias, this gets very high reviews. It's just a plain Virginia. I've been having trouble with it. Burns my tongue, something awful. Even after I dried it out, I wasn't getting great sweet flavors out of it. Maybe you got to go real slow on Virginias. I do hear that there is a learning curve. And they do this horrible thing in the UK where they put these horrific labels on all the tins, so I peel them all off. And the other tobacco makers should learn from Sam Gawith, because he just puts his tins in a cardboard box with all the horrible pictures on, and you just throw the box away and you got your nice tin. Anyway, so one of my old favorites is the University Flake. Got like a berry topping. It's a heavier nicotine smoke. You get these lovely flakes. I don't know if you can see them. That's two flakes together. And in the States, Rattray's Marlon Flake, you get in a 100-gram tin. I've not seen it here, and it's this beautiful, like raisiny, sweet-smelling, just like rich, like big, broken piece of like tobacco flake. It's fantastic. You just pull pieces off, and I really like that. It's my favorite tobacco, I'd say. And this smells great, and it's a good smoke. This is Rattray's Marlon Flake, and like I said, you get it this big in the 100-gram tins in the States. I much prefer it. But these are very nice pre-cut flakes, very neatly cut. Here's one that's I've already broken a piece off of it. Let me get you a fresh one. And this is lovely stuff. If you want a slightly sweeter smoke with different flavors in there, I can't rate that highly enough. And like I said, so far not had much success with Virginias, but I'm going to try that again tomorrow with some more drying time on the tobacco. And like the man that used to have the white beard said, it goes great with tea. Hopefully you can see some of the old Yorkshire stonework behind me.
You're in the Yorkshire Dales.
In the Yorkshire Dales. And the thing about pipe smoking is it's just really relaxing. It slows you down, and very tranquil. Of course, it's a bad habit, and stay in school and don't do drugs. But it's not as bad habits go. And how tobacco should be smoked. So great tobacco, I'll say. Great tobacco. There is some sweetness in there. And the problem with getting into pipe smoking is burning the shit out of your tongue and then giving up. But yeah, you know, anyone can smoke a cigar. But it takes there's a whole, like, I wouldn't even say ritual about pipe smoking. It's just you have to tamp and sometimes move your tobacco around, light it in the right way. You get like, you know, and it's more subtle than cigars. Cigars are like, boom, you can't not taste a cigar.
Right.
And if you've had cigars, the temptation is just to puff away on a pipe until your tongue's all burnt, and then you can't taste anything, and it's just uncomfortable. So it's a real, more relaxing, subtle experience. Are you warm enough over there?
Yes,
Well, we didn't get into any philosophy today, so we'll have to save that for another time. This is the Pied Piper.